In a televised Oval Office address on Thursday, President Joe Biden made a poignant appeal to the American people, linking the ongoing crises in Ukraine and Israel and underscoring the importance of supporting these two democracies, which he believes are confronting severe threats. However, concerns are mounting that this continued support may be drawing the world closer to the brink of a global conflict. Biden has consistently framed the present global moment as a pivotal juncture, characterized by a struggle between the world's democracies and autocracies. During his address, he emphasized that this is one of those significant moments and directly reached out to the American public, seeking support for U.S. funding for overseas conflicts. These appropriations could face considerable challenges in Congress, given the ongoing leadership vacuum in the House of Representatives and legislative gridlock. Hamas and Putin represent different threats, but they share this commonality. Both seek the complete annihilation of neighboring democracies, President Biden stated in his address. He urged Americans not to allow partisan politics to obstruct their responsibilities as a nation, and asserted that neither terrorists like Hamas nor tyrants like Putin should be allowed to succeed. The president detailed the stakes involved, describing these wars as a matter of national security and a crucial moment for American leadership and democracies worldwide. He emphasized that American leadership is what keeps the world stable, American alliances ensure American safety, and American values make the nation a desirable partner on the global stage. In his view, turning away from Ukraine and Israel is a risk that should not be taken. However, there is a growing concern among some that this unwavering support, while well-intentioned, may be inadvertently leading the world closer to a catastrophic global conflict. The ongoing tensions with Russia and the Middle East are significant flashpoints, and the involvement of major global powers in these conflicts has heightened the stakes. Biden argued that support for both wars is vital for America's national security. He highlighted the historical lesson that when terrorists and dictators face no consequences for their actions, chaos and destruction escalate, and the threat to the United States and the world grows. He warned that if Putin's ambitions in Ukraine are not checked, he may not limit himself to Ukraine alone, posing a broader risk to global stability. The president also pointed out that adversaries and competitors of the United States are closely watching the response to these crises, and a lack of action could embolden aggressors in other regions. This raises the specter of a more assertive and militaristic global landscape, where conflicts may erupt in various corners of the world. The primetime address coincided with the White House's request for more than $100 billion from Congress to provide aid and resources to Ukraine, Israel, Taiwan, and the U.S.-Mexico border. This request comes at a challenging time, as the House of Representatives remains mired in political dysfunction, and concerns about federal spending levels cast doubt on the government's ability to fund itself beyond the mid-November deadline. Biden made it clear that American troops would not be deployed to Ukraine, but stressed the necessity of providing support in the form of weapons, munitions, and air defense systems. He linked this assistance to American jobs and underscored that the equipment sent to Ukraine is manufactured in the United States, contributing to both national security and the domestic economy. Public opinion on U.S. assistance to Ukraine and Israel varies, with mixed sentiments among Americans. While support for Israel remains considerable, backing for Ukraine has waned in the wake of Russia's invasion in 2022, with deepening partisan divides on the issue. As the United States continues to provide substantial support in these volatile regions, some experts and policymakers fear that these actions may be inadvertently fueling global tensions. The involvement of major world powers in these conflicts, particularly in Ukraine, has raised concerns that missteps or miscalculations could lead to larger confrontations with dire consequences. The possibility of a broader, all-out global conflict looms, and there is growing apprehension about how these ongoing commitments may be contributing to this precarious situation. President Biden's address followed his high-profile visit to the Middle East, during which he navigated challenges such as an explosion at a hospital in Gaza. His trip served as a test of his ability to influence events and promote peace in a potentially protracted conflict. But regardless of what Biden does or says, It is becoming clearer that this is just another step closer to total, all-out world conflict. The more the West supports foreign regimes with billions of dollars, the closer we get to a conflict we won't come back from.